Yeah, so it was just like real weird. Like, just give me a little bit of explanation on how things went down. So, just like obviously, I know, like I've done this many times, and we all saw the Ali fight, how it went down after the first round. Nothing that I gassed out or anything like that. My body just didn't function or like wasn't able to go more than 5 minutes. And I do this shit like pretty much every day, so there is no way in hell my body wouldn't perform more than 5 minutes. So of course relating to weight cuts and some stuff went wrong, I know. So that's why I wanted to fix things, and I wanted to do it differently, which would be easier for my body. And did a little bit of different version of weight cut, which miscalculated a couple of things on that. And in that short period window that I had, just no sweat came out. Like some people would understand human body, like if there's no sweat coming out, if you're having the cramps, that is just over at that point. So we came to a conclusion where it wasn't gonna go lower than 140 point whatever. And as you know, I was just kind of down to do catch weight or whatever, but things went the way it went. So I apologize for all the fans, and make sure that it will never happen again. So
Yeah, like they wanted me to ask, so I have to ask, so what happened? How come you didn't end up showing up to the weigh-in? Can you explain what the weight was at when you got the last call to come in and stuff? Because you'd already, like this stage when you said come in at whatever weight, but then you had already gone back out higher at that time, right?
so yeah, before we get down to any of that, let's it just like surprises me too much that like how everybody like thinks that or try to make it seem like this is the first time in the history where like one athlete just couldn't cut the weight. So it's just funny. I don't know, just because it's just me, they can catch, and just because they hate, probably. But yeah, it's just I don't know. What was the question again?
So basically, like the time that you already explained everything about the timeline. So in the morning you were at like 140. You messaged, so can you go lighter? I said the camp says no, they won't go lighter. And then at I think 1 p.m. or something, they said okay, go any weight. But then at that point you said it's too late. You've already it's at that point by the time they said okay, any catch weight, it was already you couldn't do it anymore. You were heavier than the catch weight, right?
So yeah, like we had to like we were on the phone, and I was down to do catch weight while I'm around 140 and stuff like that, and we knew that commission wasn't gonna allow that fight. If everything came earlier, that like we were just gonna do a catch weight or above 140, I was 100% down to do that. That's what I was wishing for. And then after that, I don't know. You just told me after that, just or I just come on in any weight and stuff like that. Which after like I had a little bit of water and stuff like that in my body just because of the cramps and stuff like that. The weird. So I was just around like 143 at the time, and I don't know. They didn't want to do that fight around that weight anyway, so that's why it got canceled. So that is the reason, everybody.
Yeah, and do you feel there's like people like feel there's like weakness or something that like he hasn't fought? This is his first fight back from concussion in 2 years. Like he's fighting you, so do you think he's kind of thinks like maybe because you're coming off a loss and mentally you miss weight, you're not the same person anymore?
I mean, it is definitely not about will or anything like that. I think that if, at this point, if somebody try to judge my will and stuff like that, I'll just kind of leave it at that and let them face that reality of their own. But that wasn't the issue at all. It was just about there is something that if you're intelligent enough and understand the human body, when it comes to a certain point where you're having a cramp, and even though you're in a sauna after an hour, and if you don't break a sweat, that already explains that your body's not gonna go lower than that in any healthy manner, and it doesn't make sense to continue. So it's not about the will; it's just about concerning of health and putting X's and O's. So that that's that. It's not about the will or any sign of weakness or the fact that I had my first loss, not my first loss. Also, I lost many times and bounced back up. So it's not the question, in my opinion. It's just like casual things, and haters kind of likes to talk about that. I do understand.